You remember where you were when the snap happened. The silence in that theater wasn't just shock. For a second, everyone on Earth sat frozen. And that's when Avengers Infinity War stopped being another Marvel blockbuster and became a cultural earthquake. Film journalist Sean O'Connell just called it the greatest comic book movie of all time. And after re-watching it, I think he's right. Because this movie didn't just make history, it rewrote what we thought superhero cinema could feel like. Chapter 1. The miracle that shouldn't exist. Infinity War shouldn't have worked. 10 years of setup, 18 movies, dozens of main characters, 3 galaxies, and one purple dude obsessed with shiny space rocks. That's not a script, that's chaos. But somehow, the Russo Brothers made it sing. Every character had purpose, every storyline connected, every moment mattered. This was the first time a comic book universe felt complete. It wasn't setup anymore, it was payoff. Chapter 2. The villain who believed he was right. Every goat needs a reason to exist. The Dark Knight had chaos, Logan had mortality, but Infinity War, it had conviction. Thanos isn't evil, he's rational, he's patient, he's terrifying, because he believes he's saving the universe, and that's what elevates him from cartoon villain to myth. Josh Brolin didn't just play Thanos, he embodied inevitability. That's why when he wins, it doesn't feel like defeat. It feels like destiny. Chapter 3. Controlled chaos. The opening 30 minutes, absolute madness. Hulk loses, Loki dies, Tony meets Strange, Spider-Man joins the mission, Thor gets picked up by the Guardians. 5 movies at once. Zero confusion. That's not direction, that's orchestration. Every storyline pushes forward, every scene feels like a gear in a perfectly tuned machine. Sean O'Connell calls it magnificent thread weaving. That's cute. It's controlled insanity, and it works. Chapter 4. The power of losing. Superhero movies promise victory, but Infinity War promised pain. It's the movie where the heroes lose. This wasn't fake loss, it was earned heartbreak, the kind that sits in your chest for a week, because when Peter Parker says,
I don't want to go, sir, please.
You don't just see a superhero die, you see a child beg for his life. Marvel broke its own formula, and we thank them for it. Chapter 5. Moments that became myth. Thor landing in Wakanda, Steve Rogers stepping from the shadows, Tony calling Ebony Maw Squidward.
Get lost, Squidward.
Yeah, you laughed, you cheered, but what you didn't notice is how every triumph hides a tragedy. O'Connell calls them comic book glee, but let's be honest, they're mythic punctuation marks. Each win is temporary, each smile foreshadows heartbreak. That's balance, tone, timing, tension, the rare art of making spectacle feel intimate. Chapter 6. Why Infinity War is the GOAT. Here's the thing, other movies may be smarter, darker, deeper. The Dark Knight was poetry, Logan was pain, Spider-Verse was art, but Infinity War was all of them combined. Scale, coherence, emotion, executed flawlessly. O'Connell's right. The degree of difficulty here is off the charts. This isn't just a film, it's a decade of storytelling ending in silence. That's why you remember it. Because for the first time in comic book history, the world ended and we felt it. The day comic books became cinema, Sean O'Connell didn't just crown a movie, he crowned a moment. Because Infinity War wasn't just the peak of Marvel, it was the peak of myth-making. The day comic books stopped chasing Oscars and simply became cinema. It didn't win Best Picture, it didn't need to, because in 2018, every theater in the world fell silent together. And that is something even Thanos couldn't snap away. So yeah, maybe Avengers Infinity War really is the GOAT, but go ahead, prove me wrong.